So as it gets closer, you're hearing more from people in Texas, family, friends, guys you used to play with?
They know this is a big game, so they pretty much just let me, work through my week, and I don't too much call anyone at home.
James, going back to Texas, it's a business trip for you guys. Talk about how you feel personally about going back, where you're going to play in front of family and friends and that sort of thing.
It's going to be a great experience, but like you said, it's still a business trip for me, and can't let any of that distract me from what we're trying to do.
Even though it is a business trip, but back in the months and months ago when you found out about this game as well in the future, but were you a little bit extra excited about that, to have an opportunity to play in front of, like we've been talking about, all these people who know you?
Yes, when I found out, I was very excited about going back home and play, and just give all my family members that doesn't get a chance to watch me in person to have that chance. So I thought it was a great thing for them.
Do you like this kind of opponent, though? I mean, it's not Portland State. It's a big-time opponent, big stage. Is this sort of, in your senior year, do you like opening with a team like TCU?
I like opening with big games just because that gets us ready. Playing the top guns every year gets you prepared for the Pac-10, especially in the regular season. So I think this is a big test for us to go out there and prove ourselves.
James, I'm curious about the evolution of your receiving game, in that when you first got here, it was mostly fly sweeps on the ground, and then you turned into be one of the best receivers in the country over the course of the next couple of years. For you, how much went into that? Did you spend tons of your personal time running routes, learning the techniques and this kind of thing after that first year? Because the first year you were doing more on the ground stuff, obviously, than catching passes.
Yeah, I did a lot of studying my freshman year. I wanted to be a receiver, and I know I was running the ball a lot. My sophomore year, I attacked it the summer very hard, running routes with the quarterbacks, getting down timing and learning from the older guys, and I think that's what really helped me become a better receiver.
Was there anybody in particular who you kind of asked a lot of questions and watched and saw what they did?
Sammy Strada, he took me under his wing, and we would run routes all the time my sophomore year. So I think that's the person that has gotten me ready, and from there it's just been all me, because I still do the things that he told me to do.
James, with what happened, Civil War and bowl game, do you feel like this team now has really something to prove? And if there's ever a stage to prove something, it's going to be on this one.
I mean, every time we go out there, we're trying to prove ourselves, and I think after the last our bowl game we lost, a lot of guys came in for the off season and worked really hard so we can accomplish things this season, and I think we did a great job with summer workouts.
And in this situation, the way people are talking, this is kind of like a bowl game. I mean, the hype for this, you guys have an opportunity right now to put this program on the map in the very first week of the season, and most teams don't have that opportunity that you guys are going to have.
It's just, like I said, it's a good game for us to open up with, and we're still going to approach it like every other game. It's a game that, we're trying to go out there and prove ourselves each week, and starting with TCU, and this is the first week.
James, sometimes in games like this, when you're breaking in a new quarterback, some teams will kind of play it safe a little bit, maybe be conservative early in the play calling. Do you hope that you guys maybe do the opposite of that and come out kind of guns blazing against these guys and try and get on the board and do some things early?
I don't think we're going to hold back anything. Ryan Cass has been making good throws all fall camp, so I see no reason for us to sit and hold it back. I mean, we're breaking in a new quarterback. I think he's very confident in what he does, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Did you work a lot with Ryan in the summertime?
Yeah, we worked a lot. A lot of the receivers came out, and after our workouts, we would go run routes and catch a few passes from him.
Did it take long for you to go from last year just working with Sean and getting to know a guy, where he might go, this kind of thing, to with Ryan? Now, you couldn't in a game situation, obviously, but just in how he throws the ball, where his tendencies are?
Yeah, he throws the ball a lot harder, and I think that's one of the things that, we worked on during the summer. He was getting familiar with the receivers, like, okay, what location does the receiver like it in? And I think the communication between us and the quarterbacks is, going very well. So that's probably what helped us more than anything.
Now, obviously, your downfield blocking is always going to be important no matter what, but does it kind of rise a little bit more to the surface knowing Ryan is probably more apt to take off than his predecessor?
Yeah, I think that's another good thing to have. You know, he can throw the ball and he can also run, so that's just more that the defense has to worry about.
And last thing from me, what do you see on film with the TCU secondary? What kinds of challenges do they pose?
I think they're a pretty good team. You know, they fly to the ball, and that's about all I can tell you right now. I don't want to get too much into that.
Anybody else?